Welcome back to Study Hat. In today's video, we'll be learning about area. So the learning objectives for today's video would be to understand what the area of a shape means and to measure the area of different shapes. So first of all, what is area? Area is different from the perimeter. Perimeter is the space around the shape and area is the space inside a shape. So now this is an area of the circle, this is the perimeter, this is the area of the square, perimeter, area of the triangle, perimeter. Okay? So area and perimeter. They're very different things and hence they have different formulas as well. So let's have a go at this question. Now we have a rectangle with a perimeter of 35 centimeters. The length of the rectangle is 10 centimeter. Work out the area of the rectangle. So with rectangles, first of all, we know that this side is the same as this side. So this is also going to be 10 centimeters. Okay? Now another property is that this side is equal to this side. And we know that the perimeter is 35 centimeters. So now how do we find the width? So the first step is to find the width. So the width is actually equals to 35. You minus away the two lengths that we already know. Okay? And then we divide it by 2. Because 35 is the perimeter, we add all 4 of these together. When we minus this and this away, we're left with 2 widths. So we got to divide it by 2. So this is the same as 35 minus 20, that gives us 15, divided by 2. Hence the width is actually 7.5 centimeters. Okay? Now, how to work out the area of the rectangle? Area, the formula for area here would be length times width. We know the length is 10 and we know the width is 7.5. So that would give us 75, and don't forget the unit for area, centimeter square, and that will be the answer. Okay, so it's important to work out step by step. Find the width first based on the perimeter that's given, and then you can work out the area. Now Janine is going to have a garden at her new house. Her garden is 16 meters long and 8 meters wide. Every tree she plants in her garden will take up at least 3 meters square. What is the maximum number of trees Janine can plant? Okay, so first of all, in this question, it's important to find out the area of this rectangle first. So let's do that. Area is length times width. Length is 16 and width is 8. So what will we get? 16 times 8. That gives us 128. And what's the unit for area? Meter square. Because right now in the question it's given in meters, so we keep it to meters. Okay? Now she's going to plant trees in her garden and they take up at least 3 meters square. So how do we find out the number of plants or trees Janine can plant? So now number of trees would be the total area, which is the 128 meters square, divided by how much each of a tree will take, how much space each of a tree will take. So that would be 3. And if you put this in your calculator, you will get 42.66 recurrent 6 and then ends up at 7. Okay? So now in this case, what is the maximum number of trees Janine can plant? She can plant 42 trees. So we're going to just do a round up, 42 trees. Okay, because the remaining 6, you can't really plant another 3, so we can't do 43 plants. We'll just do 42. So that would be the answer. Now Yang is tiling her kitchen wall. The wall is 2400 millimeters by 2000 millimeters. The tiles are all squares with a length of 20 cm. Each box contains 15 tiles and costs 8.75. How much will it cost Yang for the tiles? Okay, a lot of information. The first thing you need to note is that there is a difference in the unit here. So this is given in millimeters and this is in centimeters. So let's try to convert millimeters to centimeters. So 1 centimeter gives us 10 millimeters. Okay? So first of all, we can convert this to 240 centimeters and we convert this to 200 centimeters. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we are going to find the area of this kitchen wall first. So area is length times width. So it's 240 times 200 which gives us 48000 centimeter square. Now, we're going to find the number of tiles that are needed now, okay? So the area of the tile itself, area of the tile, is 20 times 20. So I'm just going to 20 square. That gives us 400 centimeter square, okay? Now, number of tiles that are needed, would be the total area, 48000 divided by 400. Okay, we're going to cancel out the 2 zeros here, cancel out the 2 zeros. That gives us 120 tiles. Okay, bear with me. I know we've done a lot, but now this is the total number of tiles that's needed to tile her kitchen wall. Now, each box contains 15 tiles and costs $8.75. So now we're going to find out the number of boxes that we need. So, number of boxes. I wish I had more space, but let's try to squeeze this in. Number of boxes is 120 tiles in total divided by 15. This would give us 8. So we're going to buy 8 boxes of tiles. Okay? Now, we know that each box costs $8.75, correct? So now we're going to find the total cost. Total cost would be 8 boxes times $8.75. Okay? And that would give us $70. And that will be the answer. So let me run through what I did again. First, we found the area of the kitchen wall first. That was 48000 centimeters square. And then we found the area of each tile, because each tile is 20 centimeters, like the length. And we know that they're all squares, yeah? So they're all equal lengths. That's why I did 20 times 20. So you have 400 centimeters square. So now to find the number of tiles that are needed to sort of line her kitchen wall, we divided the total area by the area of each tile. So we realized that we need 120 tiles. Next, we know that each box contains 15 tiles and we need 120 tiles. So we find out the number of boxes that we need, which is why we did 120 divided by 15. That gives us 8 boxes. Now, each box costs $8.75, which is why we did 8 times $8.75 gives us $70. Okay? This was a pretty complicated question, but if you work through it step by step, you can get to the final answer. Now, work out the area of the following circle. So we've got a circle here with a radius of 10 centimeters. Now we've got to work out the area of this circle. Okay? So, what is the formula for area of circle? The area of circle is actually calculated by calculating pi times r squared. So r is the radius. Okay? So pi, you just bring it forward, times r squared. So r in this case is 10. So 10 squared. 10 squared gives us 100. So we leave it as 100 pi. Don't forget the unit, centimeter square. Okay? So sometimes the question would specify leave it in terms of pi. Sometimes the question would want you to use pi as either 22/7 or 3.14. So always look out for what the question wants from you. Okay? If the question doesn't specify anything, usually just leave it as pi. Now work out the area of the following circle. Now we've got a radius of 6 meters. So same thing applies. Area is pi times r squared. We keep the pi in front. R would be 6 meters, so 6 squared. 6 squared is 36, so 36 pi. Don't forget the units, meter square. Okay, again, leave it in terms of pi. Now, today we learned about area. Now we can calculate the area by dissecting information given to us in the question. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned something about area. Have a go at the quiz right after this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!